Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing today? Um, Let me just pull up RLT's YouTube channel and give me 1 second, okay? I'll be right with you guys. All right. Okay, got it figured out. How's everybody doing today? Good morning. Good morning, Daniel. Good morning from YouTube land. What's up, everybody? Um, Definitely nothing burger kind of day today. I was in this short earlier. Hold on. Right here, when this candle came in. So it's basically just a retest of this 10 EMA and then a rollover down to a new low. That's what the plan was. But if you guys know anything about me, I hate trading futures right before the markets open. So right around 9 o'clock is when I want to shut it down. I don't want to be in a trade because right at market open, a lot of things can go wrong. A lot of things can change. So yeah, but I was in this trade. It was looking kind of cute, and then I got out because I also had to be on the mic. So, anyways, good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning, Brenda. Good morning, Joe. Good morning, Bill. Good morning, Lauren. Everything just seems so extended today. Yeah, it does. I did the evening room yesterday, which is an anomaly. I don't really do swing trading rooms, but yesterday I was filling in and I looked at the resistance all across the board. It's everywhere. So yeah, we might actually have a decent pullback day today. And we'll see. So the markets were up, I believe, on the Chinese economy doing really good. And then UK inflation not being so bad. But I'm sure if we have any bad news inland or if any other data comes out, I think this drop earlier, when I woke up, we were up like 150 points, but this drop earlier came from consumer sentiment. So yeah. So other than I mean, I'm sure we could have a decent pullback day. There were a lot of tickers that were at serious resistance. I will be watching Netflix very closely today, unless it's gapping up. Yep, right here. So it's in this resistance level. We tried to short it yesterday and it didn't really work. Well, it would have worked. We just didn't get filled. I didn't take the trade. So, but yeah, it would have worked twice actually. But it's at the daily resistance where it should kind of sort of pull back a little bit today. Or if it takes out this level, then continue on higher a little bit today. But Netflix being my favorite one, I will add Netflix to the list and then go on to look at Qs and SPY real quick. SPY and the Qs, both of them, same exact story. I mean, SPY is a little bit extended today. On the daily, we're away from all the moving averages, so I'm not super worried about anything, but it's just a little bit extended. Like if you look at the 4 hours, we're a little tiny bit extended. If you look at the 1 hour, obviously the RSI is a little bit extended. So I feel like pullback is the way to go today. Bear basket moves are going to be better off today than bull moves. Let it pull back a little bit, come back to some moving averages, reverse a little bit, and then go back in again. I mean, the trend is bullish. We know that. We just need to make sure that we're not buying the exact top, right? So this is a 4 hours for the Qs, just super extended. Let's look at the daily real quick on the Qs. Yeah, Qs are also into resistance over here. So yeah, I'd be looking for pullbacks and take it from there. Any 10 EMA bearish today, I would be confidently taking. Any 10 EMA bullish, I'd be a little bit weary. So yeah, that's just the plan. Every gap I see is like a 4-up days. Yeah, absolutely. Blink, I wanted to show you guys. Prime example, we will not be trading this today because it is under $10 stock, and I don't like trading under $10 tickers. But if you wanted to, I will not be doing it. But if you wanted to, I just wanted to show you, this is what, this is 4 days in a row, and then we gap up. This is what profit taking probably will look like today at some moving averages. So I wanted to show you guys this ticker and say, this would be a good fade down to the reversal. If any of you guys want to take it, check out Blink right at open and see if any profit taking happens. So yeah, it was just for an example. We'll look at it together, but I won't be trading it. The thing with smaller size tickers is just takes, I don't know what their average moving range is. I'm not sure how this ticker moves, and so it makes me a little bit uncomfortable doing that. Sebastian says, hello, Sebastian. Let's look at AAP. Oh yeah, Advanced Auto Parts just can't get a break, huh? Like 2 earnings ago, it broke the markets. I remember it dropped so much. Wow. This is a pretty nice gap down. Yeah, pretty decent gap and go. Bearish is the only way I would trade it. I wouldn't even wait for some buying to come in, as a matter of fact. I would just look to short it right at open. Let's see if there's any. Yeah. Yeah, I would look for a bear move at open. Pretty much makes sense. Okay, cool. Pretty decent gap down. We'll watch it. We'll watch it together. Anyways, all right, moving on to the Qs real quick. Let's look at the Qs. Yeah, into resistance. We talked about this. The one thing I do want to talk about is IWM, guys. Keep an eye out on this guy. It's at resistance after a lot of green days in a row. So, I know the Qs and SPY look a little bit different, but IWM looks kind of peachy for a pullback today. If the Qs and SPY pull back today, I think IWM will have a decent day down today. All right, let's go look at NVIDIA real quick, and feel free to type in any of the tickers that you guys want to check out. Good morning, Marie. Good morning, Rado. Good morning, Ann Smith. Good morning, Julie. VLD, we'll take a look at it for you. Let's take a look at NVIDIA real quick, and then we'll go to VLD. NVIDIA, same exact thing. At resistance, could pull back. It is a gap and go, but I would not be counting too much on this gap and go. I don't prefer gap and goes like this. I mean, this very well could have been a green candle, right? It's just, I don't prefer gap and goes like this. I would much rather prefer a green candle and we gap up and then we take out this area. So anyways, not my favorite gap and go, but for a move down, absolutely. It's at resistance. It's been rejected here a couple of times. I would watch around 500 area, how it behaves, which we're like 40 cents away from anyway, but I would watch around that area, see how we behave, and then take it from there. So if there's a 10 EMA setting up bearish around 500, I would be very interested. So NVIDIA definitely has to be one of my favorite tickers today, aside from Qs and SPY. And yeah, we'll take it. We'll see it. See it over there. Okay. Apple yesterday had a pretty decent day. It was one of my favorite gap and goes yesterday. Today we have a little bit of room to go before Apple can get rejected. It's gapping up. I'm just not a believer in trading this thing bullish today. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I just feel like we're a little bit extended to the bull side, and it would be unfair to jump into. I mean, look at this RSI. We're extended. So I don't want to be jumping into any bull trades without any confirmation. So a gap and go, sure, but it's not a good enough confirmation where I'm just jumping into a trade right away. Yeah, nothing to see here. I'm not really, I guess I'll just leave it alone for the day. I'll move it down. I'm not really interested in this guy as much. I would much rather look at Netflix and NVIDIA than anything else. What is AMD doing? Let's check out AMD. You guys have some tickers to look at. Also, AMD, pretty decent inverted hammer. Keep an eye out on this guy. If yesterday's low goes, we can come down quite a bit, right? So just keep an eye out for AMD for today, for day trading. Just like NVIDIA, you know, if 500 range goes, we can go up. If we pull back, we can come down quite a bit. So just keeping an eye out for this. Let's look at VLT real quick for YouTube. I remember we had a swing trade on this at one point. Lots of green days in a row. I would have loved it if we were gapping up, like if we were opening around 150 range. I would have said sell right at open. But we're opening in this mess. For a day trade, I don't specifically see anything here. But I like this double bottom. You know, if we have a nice red candle today, I would want to go higher. So go long above that red candle, the 10 EMA setup, and that would be it. But for a day trade, I don't really see much of a setup here. All right, let's go see Tesla, Google, Spotify. Oh, just Spotify in like a year. Similar gap and go as to NVIDIA. I like that there's this and we're gapping up above that. I like that there's these two candles and we're gapping up above that. I would put this towards the bull moves, you know, the bull basket. So if the market decides to go higher, Spotify is the one to take a look at. If the markets decide to go lower, NVIDIA is the one to take a look at. So yeah, I would only want to trade this in the bullish direction. I don't want to trade it in the bear direction. Let's look at the moving averages, weekly moving averages. Yeah, easy right up to 185, not much in the way. I like it. I'll look at Spotify and eventually maybe we could take a trade on it if the markets have a reversal. So let's add Spotify to the list also. All right, cool. You guys said XOM. I know Energy is having a really good day today. Or maybe not. So I'm certainly isn't having a very good day. I like this. Who said XOM? Hold up. Arsenis. Okay, cool. Arsenis, I like this a lot. The only reason why I will not be trading this or looking at it too much is I feel like we're at the bottom already with 100 being in the range. And that's the only hesitation. There's just a lot of support here at 102, 100 range. So yeah, I would much rather buy here than go short here at this point. So keep an alert out for 101, 102 area and look for longs above there. For a day trade, of course. Okay. Greg says JD gap. Let's look at that. Let's look at JD. JD.com. What? This is crazy. This is insano. I love this gap up. I think bullish is the way to go. Although it's a retest gap, bullish is the way to go. Yeah, I'd look for a pullback and then long. I guess it's a pretty decent gap up. Although if it is trying to bear flag, then we're at that range where we could pull back, right, Greg? So I like this gap up. Let's just call it that. Okay. And I want to buy the dip. That's what I would be looking for rather than to go short right at open. Yeah, that's what I would be looking for. Yeah, you're looking for profit takers. Okay, cool. Yeah. Right at open, looking for the dip, and then I would want to play it bullish, but you're doing it the opposite way, which is also good. I think it could work. It will work. You just have to have a really tight stop. So, all right, I will watch JD with you also. I like the gap up. Timing is a little bit, yeah. Also, we're meeting with the Chinese president this week, aren't we, in San Francisco? So I would assume that all the Chinese tickers would be under fire in some way, just in the news in some way. I don't know if it's going to have an effect of any sort, but yeah. Okay. Cool. Somebody said CVX earlier. Guys, if I missed out on your ticker, just feel free to throw it in again and I'll take a look at it. CVX, what's going on with energy? Because Enphase is also up quite a bit. But Enphase is, okay, semiconductor. Okay, never mind. This is different. All right. Cute little, nothing inside kind of candle right now. Nothing crazy happening on CVX. I would just, I don't know, for day trading, I feel like there's just so many other tickers right now that we can look at, that we can focus on. Netflix, Nvidia, I like the most. AMD, I like a little bit for a pullback. Looks like the Qs are pulling back also. So yeah, nothing super exciting here that I'd be really, really, really looking out for. Or check on YouTube. Great. DraftKings, Target, and Walmart. What? Target with a whopping gap up. How amazing is that? I own some Target by only, I think like 3 shares. I don't know, but I own some Target in my long-term account. Beautiful gap up on Target today. Lots of short sellers are squeezed. I would look for a dip and then continuation bullish. But right at open, if you're one of those daredevils that want to fade, I could see how this one could fade also. Lots of profit takers from yesterday, lots of profit takers from day before. So yeah, right at open, I would look for one green candle and that being taken out on the 1 minute chart, or wait for a little bit of a drop and then look for buyers to come in. But just beautiful gap up. It's looking phenomenal right after earnings. And honestly, guys, I have this one rule. You know how Jeremy has this one rule of never shorting food? I have this one rule of never shorting Target. Well, not Nordstrom, but never hating on Target. Or or Lululemon or anything that suburban women put used to, because you just, I mean, you don't doubt their power at all in retail. So yeah, definitely a big fan of Target. Let's go check out Walmart. Walmart is pulling back a little bit. You would think it'd be up with Target and Sympathy Play, but it's not really. I like this pullback on Walmart. This is how I'd like to see AMD actually, but that's not happening. Oh, here it is. It's not really pulling back. It's gapping up a little bit, but okay, cool. So for Walmart, same exact thing. Buy the dip. If we have a pullback, I guess wait for going long and write it open. And if we have a, buyer surge coming in, then I guess just be patient to find a good entry in this. Bullish is the way to go. I don't know if I want to play it. I don't know if I'm a big fan of Walmart specifically. Let's just say that for a day trade. When I say I'm not a big fan, it doesn't mean the ticker is not really going to do anything. It's just that I don't see a play for my style of trading on this ticker. Okay, cool. DraftKings. So let's look at DraftKings, DKNG. I have not looked at DraftKings in a while. Yes. Is this doing good? Extremely bullish. Bullish continuation is the only way I would play this. I would not want to go short this thing at all. Just very bullish. Don't get in the way. Yeah, that's it. Not looking to short this for a day trade for sure. But otherwise, yeah. Marie says, do we trade puts today or calls on SPY? Marie, I'm not I'm not buying puts right at open on SPY. Okay. I'm not going, as soon as markets open at 9:30, I will have my order in. No, but I'm leaning more towards the bear side. So I'm leaning more towards the put side. And the reason being is just we're extended. The bulls are going to be a little bit exhausted at this point. Like the RSI is a little bit higher. I don't know if we're going to have any follow throughs when buying comes in. So, if we get bought up, let's say we go to 450. I don't know if we're going to have more buyers at 450 or if we're going to have more sellers that are super profitable getting out of their position. Right. So I don't know if we're going to have any follow through, which is why I'm thinking puts is the way to go today, but I wouldn't be buying puts right at open. I want to be cautious and, trade bearish accordingly. So I'm going to give it like until 9:40 at least before I take a trade today and see if there's any setups there. On the Qs too, same exact thing, it's gapping up into an area of resistance. We can come down. We do have this gap fill. I don't think this gap's going to fill entirely today, but I think we can put in a candle that will have a little bit of a red in it today. So anyways, George says, Tesla, I looked at last night in the evening room. And I actually like where it's at, but Tesla is in some resistance at 240 right here. And the weekly too has something there. Yeah. So this was actually, George, last night, my favorite ticker. So if you heard the PM room, I wanted to have Tesla gap just below. So gap up a little bit, but just below the moving averages, the 240 range, and then short it from there today. So the plan is wait for buyers to step in on Tesla and short it from there. It's at resistance, it's into some moving averages, and it's kind of sort of extended. So that's where my plan is to go short on Tesla. Yeah. And 232 would be my final target on it. So that's what the plan is for today. Dollar General, DG. Let's look at that. Ooh, cute gap up. I really like this gap up. Is this in sympathy with Target? It sounds like it's in sympathy with Target, but I really like this gap up. Bullish is the only way I would treat it. And yeah, this would go in the bull market, the bull basket along with JD. No, along with who else? What do we say that is bullish? Spotify. So I would be looking for some sort of a dip to happen at open and then see if we can get entry around 121 area and continue higher. That's just what the plan is so far. As of right now, we have a pretty decent list of tickers. Honestly, guys, I would be looking to trade NVIDIA, Netflix, because they're both at resistance, and Q's bearish. SPY also bearish if I get a setup. But honestly, those four are the ones that I would be playing with all day today. And Tesla, of course, because it's at that decent level of resistance, right? So I'm not being too greedy and chasing a bazillion different tickers, because we have a good bunch that we can make decent money on. And today might be a day where we can put 3-4 trades and feel comfortable. So that's just my 2 cents. Let me just go check on YouTube real quick. SMCI here. Let's go check out SMCI. Super microcomputer. Huh. Interesting. Bull flag breaking out. Bullish is the only way I would trade this. Extremely bullish. We're above all of these this bear volume. That's insane. Look for continuation today. Yeah. Pull back a little bit and then continuation. Bullish is the only way. This being the target. Marie says, I have a straddle from a week now. Yes, cool. Marie's trading JD. Marie, you might benefit from talking to Greg Gilbert. He's a big JD.com fan. Trades a lot of JD. Okay, cool. Awesome. Let's look at Google real quick. Google was a little bit weaker yesterday. We had a trade on it yesterday, which was pretty decent. It worked out fairly well. Google, same story, guys. Nothing exciting. Inside candle. Google's gonna go where the market goes today. So, if the market pulls back, it's gonna pull back. If the markets go up ahead, it's gonna go up ahead. That's the only theory I have. I don't think it's going anywhere else aside from that, doing anything different. PayPal, guys, watch out for PayPal. This one, I think can get bullish continuation. So I would be looking for a bull move only exclusively on PayPal, and see where it goes from there. Let's check out Meta real quick before I leave you guys in YouTube land. Okay, 337. Look for pullbacks on Meta. Meta is a good candidate for a pullback today. All right, guys, it is 9:30, so I do have to say goodbye to you. I will speak to you guys tomorrow. Please give us a thumbs up, like, and subscribe to RLT if you haven't already done so.